पितृयांत्री पितृव्रता जो पितरों की पूजा करते हैं वो पितरों लोग में चले पितृलोक में जा रहे हैं। ये पितृलोक करने से स्वर्ग से लेकर के ऐसा लोग माना जाता है। यहाँ तक भी ब्रह्मा जी के लोग सब भी माना जाता है। गीता में भगवान कहते हैं जो मेरा पूजा करता है मेरा आराधना करता है।
In Gita Bhagavan says, those people who do my puja, they achieve my dhamma. They achieve Vaikuntha Dham. So when you achieve that place, Vaikuntha is a place that you never come back again. So that's why Swarga does not mean that people is going to Swarga Loka, to the celestial heavenly planets after death. So why, before the name of his mother, his mother already died, and he said Swargiya. So if the person makes do bhajana and sadhana, where the person is going after death? For example, Ajamila, he did nothing, but he only called his name, his son Narayana. So he called the son's name and he achieved Vaikuntha. So look at this. In Vishnu Purana it is said, which loka, which planet you are going, I'm going to tell you. It is your interest. Not as an animal, but when a human being leaves his body, our body is made of five elements. Stu Sharira is a gross body made of 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air, and ether. This is a gross body, and inside the gross body there's another body. Suksharir is the subtle body. Sukshma Sarir is the subtle body inside the gross body. Man, Buddhi, Ahankara. Four things inside this, and heart. 4 things inside this subtle body. And the Atma Sharira also inside this other body. It's very, very subtle, like a mustard seed. Like a Bengal. So if you take a seed and you open the seed, you cannot see anything inside it. But this same seed is going to grow, and everything is inside that seed. So go take a mustard seed. Take there so we can see. I will show you. I'll show you. If you open a mustard seed, you will not see anything there inside. But if you put it inside the water, after some hours, 5 hours, what happens? It will be, I don't know the word, it will be like full of water first, and after, little by little, it's going to grow. The seed is growing, and it will become a plant. So in the same way, our body, there is a very beautiful Atma Sharir, the soul body, which is not manifest now, but when you're doing bhajana and sadhana, slowly, little by little, and with the sadhusanga, this will manifest, and this is very subtle. Atma is very subtle. We cannot see it with our eyes. If you take the tip of the
एक टुकड़े के फिर 100 टुकड़ा किया जाए,
of a hair,
अणु होता है,
and you divide.
जितने छोटा
It's very small,
बोले आत्मा की स्वरूप कितनी
like molecular, and the soul is like this. It's molecular. You cannot see it with your eyes. It's very small,
स्वरूप है,
and the soul,
किंतु वो कैसे
which
प्रकाशित
has
होगा?
that has a beautiful form, how is it going to manifest? Through sadhusanga, doing Bhagavad Bhajana, slowly, this soul will manifest. And this human being,
मृत्यु के बाद सब एक नियम है,
depending on whether he did bhajana or not. So everybody has to go to Yamaraj after death.
जमलोक क्या है कि वो न्यायालय का है,
What is Jamloka? It's the place of the justice, it's the court place.
न्यायालय
Court.
में जाकर के उसे क्या होता है?
So what happens in the court?
अच्छा वो कैसे जाता है?
Your papa and your punya will be considered there. If you abandon your gross body,
ये पांचवती के स्थूल शरीर को जला दिया, आपके माता की
your body has already been fired. Your gross body is already gone, fired, burned,
अग्नि में जब हमारे शरीर में जो आग है, आग में
put in the fire. So the fire of your body, the air, the fire of your body has already been gone, and the air also returned to the air, the water also gone. What is left? The subtle body is left. So look, in Jamaloka what happens? Shastra says, there is a body, it is called
क्या बोला?
Ati Bahik Sharir. Remember this name.
आदि बाहिक समग्र देह भगवती भार्गव, स्वयं ब्रह्मा जी भार्गव ऋषि को
Brahmajim himself,
ये भार्गव ऋषि आपके निकट में एक सुंदर कथा बताता हूँ, जो व्यक्ति
he told a very nice Harikatha. That person who abandoned the gross body, the 5 elements, this person obtained this specific body, Atibahik Sharir.
उस शरीर के अंदर में शुक्र शरीर रहता है,
And inside this body there is a subtle body, and inside this subtle body, Atma Sharir, the soul.
वो आत्मिक शरीर उसे कहा जाता है, अर्थात जब हम लोग इसको
So,
लेकर के जाए, जैसे कोई एक
with this body you are taken to Jamaloka as like a criminal. For example, I'm going to tell you, have you ever seen a picture? The criminal always always cover his face.
आया, ये शास्त्र में ही लिखा है, आप लोग उसे पहचान नहीं पाओ, हो सके उसके आँख को थोड़ा खोल रखते और बाकी उसके मुंह के
You cannot recognize the person
कपड़े के गला डाल दिया है।
because those people, they cover their faces, they put like a black cloth in front, covering the face, and there are only 2 holes in their eyes. So before, the Munis and Rishis, they wrote,
जैसे क्रिमिनल व्यक्ति की जब उसके दाखिल
and the politicians also, they took those things from the Shastras. Because like a criminal, when he's going to the court, when this criminal is taken to the judge, this criminal person,
मर्डर किया, अतीव घृणा काम किया,
like if a person has killed someone, has done something very bad, they put a black cloth in the face of the person. In the same way, inside the gross body, there is a subtle body. And they put this Atibahik Sarir. Around this subtle body, they put this body. If the person has done sinful activities, Atibahik Sarir, this body, only the people that have done sinful activities, they receive this body. So the Shastra is going to explain that whether you've got this body or not. For example, a regular person, a common person, this person is not going, he has not the face covered. But if the person has committed many sinful activities, this black cloth is going not black cloth. This body is going to cover his body.
परस्त्री गमन दूसरे स्त्रियों के साथ अवैध राज्य आदि करते
For example, a man who take another's woman, another man's woman,
निंदनीय काम जो करता है उस व्यक्ति के लिए क्या
something very. If the person has done something very abominable to the society, this person is going to receive this atibahik sarir.
यह दंड देता है उसके भूत जन्म व प्रेत जन्म में उसको नीचे अनुग्रहण महंदम प्रेत
And after Jamaharaj is going to give this person a birth as like a Bhuta or something even inferior.
जो व्यक्ति ऐसे दुष्कर्म आदि करता है अत्यंत घृण्य कर्म आदि उनके लिए ही अतिवादी
So, this Atibahik Sarir is for the people that done something very abominable. So Maharaj, he sees the pap and punya that the person has done, and he checks if the person is where the person is going. If the person has done the puja of Narayana Bhagavan, it is said here. If the person has done the puja of Bhagavan Narayana, these people are not taken to Jamaloka. People that make puja of Narayana is not going to Jamaloka, to Jamaharaj. So if the person is going to Vaikuntha Loka, she's not good. There is a Vaikuntha Loka called Rama Priya Vaikuntha. Many people don't know about that, but in Prihad, Sanatana Goswami explains that there is a place called Rama Priya Vaikuntha. Near to Satyaloka, this place is called Rama Priya Vaikuntha. When you go there Bhagavan Vishnu, he is going to judge you. So if you are a devotee, for example, and you've done bhajana, but for some reason you did something wrong. This person has done something wrong. So Vishnu has said, if my devotee has done this, I myself am going to judge. So if a child has done something wrong, who is going to punish the child? The father and the mother. They will punish the child accordingly. It's not necessary to take the children or the child to the court, to the judge. So Bhagavan says, if a person has done my bhajana, but for some reason he's done something wrong, I'm doing the punishment for him to making him improve, to making him better. So same again. For some reason, a satsanga, not many times, but if the person has committed something wrong, this devotee has done something wrong one time. This is a verse of Bhagavad Gita. So this kind of devotee, Krishna says, he's going to my place in order to purify him. So this is not for the people who don't do bhajan. And there's another shloka here, I'm telling you. If you take Diksha from Guru, you go directly to Vaikuntha. Vaishnava Diksha. You have qualification to be delivered from this world and achieve moksha. This moksha that many people do a lot of austerities, following Chaturmasya. This Chaturmasya, actually, this vrata of Chaturmasya is not for us Vaishnavas. Actually, this is something from the Smartas. The Vaishnavas, they are superior. And if the Vaishnavas don't do this, no one else will do this in this world. That's why the Vaishnavas, they all also follow these rules. You have to follow. Mahaprabhu has followed Chaturmasya for 4 months. He's done it, this vrata, in South India. He stayed in the house of Prabodhananda Saraswati, Gopalabhata Goswami. For 4 months he stayed there, following the Chaturmasya month. So you have to do according to the rules of the Shastra.
उनके भी हम लोग के क्या नियम करते हैं, उनके नियम तो इतना कड़ा ये कट्टरवादी है, आप देख करके बस। और भगवान के नाम नहीं जब करता है तो हरे राम कर देता है, और हम ब्रह्मा है ऐसा नहीं। व्रत करने से हो जाता तब मिल जाएगा भगवान के नाम के ऊपर। कट्टरवादी किसमें होना चाहिए? नाम में कट्टरवादी। मर जाए और नाम छोड़ा नहीं। जो नियम उठाओगे उसको नियम को 1 लाख यही करते हैं।
So the real austerity, what you really have to follow is to chant 64 rounds of japa. This is real austerity. This is a vrata you have to follow. So if you are very strict, for example, like a child, a small child, if the mother she puts the baby with a cloth, put a cloth around the baby, how do you hold the child, a newborn child? It's not with any cloth. It's a very, very thin cloth. It's written in the Shastra. When you are a newborn baby, the mother, she takes a very soft and thin cloth, cotton cloth, to put around the baby. So in the same way, Bhakti is like that. You have to cover it. Put it with something with something very soft, very thin. Should not be very strict. But in the same, on the other hand, if you don't follow the rules, you become a sahajiya. So you have to do that which will not affect your bhakti, which is not so heavy for your bhakti. So that person who has taken diksha, this person is qualified to attain moksha, and it's not necessary for him to go to Jamaloka. Not necessary to go to Jamaloka. He's going directly to Narayana Loka or Bhagavan Vishnu Loka, the plant of Vishnu. So Mahaprabhu, he gave these teachings to the souls of the world. After the death of his father, Mahaprabhu, in order to do the ceremony for his father, he went to Gaya. Gaya is a very important place, very popular place. People who done bad karma, they attain the birth as like a witch or a ghost. Prit is a Buddha ghost.
और जो लोग भगवान के भजन करता है वो साक्षात है। इसलिए प्रभु का ये
But
वैष्णव
who does Bhagavad Bhajan achieve directly Bhagavan.
काले भक्त करे आत्मसमर्पण कृष्ण तारे तत्काले करे आत्मसम यह करे तार चिदानंद नमः अपराजित श्री तार चरण भजय। जो भगवान के नाम ग्रहण कर लेते हैं उनके शरीर अपराजित होते हैं।
So the person that chanted the name of Bhagavan,
प्रेजेंट बहुत दूर की बात है उसके प्रतिभागी से वो भगवान के नित्य परिकर भी बन जाता है नित्य किंकर बन जाता है।
that person will become a Nitya Parikar, an eternal associate of Lord.
और भी लिख देता है देखो बहुत सुंदर
There's another thing, very beautiful thing written here. This katha is very beautiful.
सर्वात्मनांग शरणं शरणं गतो मुकुंदं परिहितप्रत्यवं श्रीमद् भागवत में कहे मनुष्य जन्म लेने
It is
के
explained Srimad Bhagavatam that when you have a human body, birth as a human being, you have 6 types of debt. The first, devouring the debt with the same gods or demigods. Agni Deva, Varuna Deva, Surya Deva, who gives us the rays of the sun. So different demigods have different responsibilities in different departments. So we have this, any person, everyone has these debts. The other debt, when the Santa Mahatmas, they do these fire sacrifices, they do this fire sacrifice in order to purify this world. So what happens? The atmosphere purifies itself with the fire sacrifice. Nowadays people don't do fire sacrifice in the right way anymore. You say, oh Maharaj, please finish it before. How many hours this will take? So actually this fire sacrifice, it purifies the atmosphere. And nowadays all this pollution in the nature, it is actually because the Santa Mahatmas are not doing these fire sacrifices in the right way. Because when you do this fire sacrifice, the atmosphere gets clean. Many types. Shastra says you should do every day the fire sacrifice. Oh, it's not possible? Okay, so once a month. Okay, not possible. At least every 6 months, or at least every year, because we don't have the money to buy the ingredients. And another thing, nowadays it's very difficult to get these ingredients, these pure ingredients to make this fire sacrifice. So actually what we see nowadays in this nature, sometimes it doesn't rain, it's not raining, or sometimes it rains too much. It's like recently, just now, we just saw the flood on the way from Mathura to here. We saw the flood on the way. What's the reason for that? It's because people have done bad karma. So also the atmosphere gets polluted. A few years ago in Nepal, a great earthquake happened. How many people have died? And also in Gujarat, some years ago. So the nature, Prakriti, if we don't follow the rules of the nature will also show us its form or form. If you follow the rules of, if you don't follow the rules of the person, as like for example the police, if you don't follow the rules of the police is going to will show you the real form, like when you're driving a car. Oh, it's so hard. Yeah, if you don't follow the rules, the police is going to show you what they are, the real form. So we have these debts, the 6 kinds of debts. Another kind of debt is the people that are around us, just like our parents. Like when you were a child, when you were small, your parents, they took you in their lap. Many people took care of you. So you have a debt with all those people. Any person that you receive some service, like someone massaged your feet, you have a debt with that person. If you receive something from someone, you have to give something to that person, something back. Even it's like that, the little things. If you eat rice from someone, the rice that belongs to someone else, you have to give something in return to that person, to feed that person one day. Sadhus are not inferior, they are very smart. Bhagavan also, he's not inferior. You go and you take the darshan, but you also give donation. In every temple, there's also the donation box in front of the altar. Well, in order to have darshan, you have to pay. If you serve, because if you don't receive anything for free. You have to give something back, something in return. When God gives something, there's a proverb in Hindi that if someone gives something to another person, when God wants to give something to someone, this thing falls from the roof. This thing, every proverb, there's a story behind every proverb. So I'm going to explain to you. There's a man, he was very poor. He had a land. He was plowing, working on the field, on the land. And his plow, he took some iron pot, and a big sound they heard. And when they opened, it looked like a stone, but when he saw, there was a silver pot. And he thought, it was lunchtime. Everybody is now gathering because it's lunchtime. How am I going to take this to my house? Because everybody is going to see it. So he opened the silver pot, and what he saw inside? Coins. A lot of gold coins inside the silver pot. So he was worried because if someone how he was going to explain to the government how he found that money, that coins. So what he did, he put this pot back inside the earth. He hid it again because nobody would find it again. That land belonged to him. So he put a lot of what is the name, dirt over that. He covered it. He put a lot very high. The dirt was very high over to cover that pot. Otherwise, he would not find it again at night time. It was like a Shiva Linga. So when it was midnight, the wife and children, they saw he was going out. Where are you going? Oh no! Then he explained what happened. That we found the pot, and inside the pot there was the golden coins. But right in this moment when he told his family, there was a thief behind the door, and he heard everything. So the woman said, "Okay, go fast." And he explained, I put a lot of dirt over the pot. It's like a Shiva Linga. And the woman, go fast, it's midnight. So the chief was there, but he was thinking, I'm not going here inside the house, I'm going there to find that place, that golden pot, the coins. So when he got there, he saw the big Shiva Linga. The thief, he found the pot inside the earth. Vespas, wasps, scorpions. Okay, some kind of insects, and they sting. They started to sting the thief. The insects were all around the thief. But the husband, that man, he fell asleep. Actually, he fell asleep. As like when you're with computer, looking at checking your emails, and then you fall asleep. So this also happens with this man. He fell asleep. So it was 1 a.m. And the chief, he cut the roof of the house and put the pot. He turned upside down the pot over the house from the roof. And the insects were actually there, but also the coins were there. So the coins, they started to fall over the bed of the woman and the man. So the man, he told the woman, "Oh, see, I told you, when Bhagavan wants to give something, these things falls from the sky, from the roof." So we also have the Rajarin, the debt with the king, with the government. We pay taxes. They take all the money of the taxes that we pay and they put in the Switzerland bank. And now Modi wants to take this money back.
तो ये करते हैं,
politicians.
राजाओं के लिए नहीं होता है, राजा क्षत्रिय है,
प्रोटेक्शन के लिए।
हाँ, हमें रक्षा है, जैसे विदर्भ में आकर के लूट करके नहीं चले जाए। हमारे भक्तिवेदांत साईं महाराज विदेश में प्रचार कर रहे हैं।
Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj used to preach in the Western. I'm going to tell you now a very nice, beautiful story about him.
आप भारतीय
One time, a journalist came and asked him, Swami Maharaj, you are Indian and we are from England, Western. So you are from a poor country. We are from a rich country. Our pound is very. Okay, so you.
क्या बचाएगा? क्या आप अपने देश में प्रचार करो?
Why have you come here? Go back to your country.
वहीं पर प्रचार करो।
You people from your country, they don't even have money to eat. So go back and serve the people from your country. So Swami Maharaj gave a very nice and beautiful answer. He said, look, you spoke very nice about how England, it's a very small country, how it became very rich.
देश से देश को क्या कब्जा करके सारे लूट करके
He said, you dominated another countries and you took the money of the others for you.
इतना लेकर के आया कि आपके सभी जानते कोहिनूर मनी से लेकर के सब कुछ आप लेकर के ये तो आपके साथ अभी तक भी इंग्लैंड के
You took
रखा है कि नहीं रखा? मैं देख कर गया। हाँ और क्या कितने छोटे हैं उसके सब में जो है महारानी लगा दी और देशों की जो है जितने
they took jewels of India and the queen used that jewels. All these things that they took from India.
और उसमें लिखा है कौन सा देश में कहाँ से ये लोग लेकर गए।
In the museum in England, you can see the jewels that they took from India and other countries. And it's written, oh, this is from India, this is from this country and that country. These precious jewels. So Swami Maharaj, he told, for 150 years you dominated India, and you took everything from India, like these Jews, many things you took from brought to your country. But there is one thing that you forgot to take. One thing you forgot, and I'm here to give to you. This one thing that you forgot. What is this thing that you forgot? I'm here to give you. What is this thing that we forgot? So he said, Bhagavad Gita. You did not take this. That's why I'm here. I'm giving you this now for free. For free. So this wealth, that is spiritual wealth, you did not take from India. This is for the benefit of your soul. And this you did not take. So this I'm now here to give to you for free. If you take or not, this is another thing, but I'm here to give to you. So you will obtain peace and happiness. You left this in India. This Paramartha, this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, if you want peace and happiness, you have to truly chant holy names, and your heart will be pure. Obtain peace, happiness. This is your duty to chant. Not serve a Babaji. I'm not saying this. Not necessary to become a Babaji. I always say, don't abandon anything. You have to unite the things. One day you have to abandon your body, right? So now you have to stay in your body. You don't have to abandon anything. If you abandon, you have to chant holy names and do bhajan. What benefit you get if you abandon everything? So we have this debt to our father and mother. They've done everything for us. The debt to the father, 6 kinds of debts. As long as you have the 6 debts, you have to come back to this road to pay these debts. Any person, every person that you received service from this person, you will have to come back to pay, to serve back. So you receive and you give back. It's not, nothing is for free in this world. And nothing comes without a reason. The driver of the rickshaw, he works for maintain his life. And there's another person that doesn't work but has a lot of money. Why is that? Because of karma. If someone stole the money from other people, how possible this person will have money in this life? It's Newton's law. You always have to pay back and with interest. You cannot escape from this destiny. So how to deliver from these debts? Because as long as you have these debts, you have to come back to this world to pay them. I'm telling you a story. 2 friends, they bought a lottery ticket. Pachas. They paid 50-50 on the ticket and they won the lottery. And so the 2 friends, they were staying in a hotel, and during the night time, one of the friends, he began to think very terrible things. He thought they won 1,000 rupees, so they thought, I'm going to kill my friend. If I kill my friend, I will get his part of the money also. I will get all the money. So he went to the market and he bought milk for the friend. And 2 glasses of milk. He put poison in one milk and he drank the other. So his friend drank the milk, and during the night he had a problem in his stomach and he died. So the doctor came and he said, I don't know what happened. We both took the milk, but the doctor said, food poisoning. Food poisoning. But we both drank the milk, so he took the 1 lakh rupees, and 10,000 he gave to the family, so they could make the funeral and buy some nice clothes to the children. And they were, oh, my chacha, it's like my uncle, the friend of my father. He's so nice. We are in this difficult situation, and he paid for the funeral and everything, and the family was very grateful. So 90,000 were left, and he took the 90,000 and invested the money, and his business became to grow so much. After 10-20 years, he became very rich. Billions and billions of rupees he got. This is not a story, this is truth. This really happened 20 years ago. So the man had a son, and when the son was engaged, and One day before the marriage of the son, out of a sudden, the son the son had a problem in his stomach, and nobody knew what happened, what was the problem, and he spent a lot of money. He went even to Dubai to treat the son. He spent all the money from his business in order to cure his son. The son was about to die, and the doctor said, "No, no, finish. There's nothing we can do. So he's going to die. Take him back to India." The doctor was an Indian doctor, so he said, "Here, Dubai is a Muslim country, so just take him back to India." So he died there. Here, they're going to put him in a coffin and on the earth. So take him to India. So the man spent all his money. He was like a beggar. No, and he didn't even get the money to pay the hotel he was staying, because he spent so much money to help the son. Because God can turn a wealthy person in a beggar, and a beggar into a wealthy person. So this man, he had already forgotten what happened in the past. What happened with his friend, that he killed his friend. And he was there sitting in the bed of his son. He was thinking, "Oh, what is my karma? I lost all my money. I came to the West, and now I have to ask money from other people." He was crying. The son was just next to him, and suddenly the son woke up. "What happened?" "Oh, father, I'm okay. I'm good. I'm good." And the father, what are you thinking about, son? I'm thinking, what is the karma? What is my karma? So that today I'm a beggar. And he said, "Remember, my father, that your friend, remember your friend that you put poison in his food? That friend, I am that friend. I am that friend. You gave poison to me. I am that friend, and now I came as your son." And he started to tell all the story. "And now I'm taking everything back. All my money, I'm now taking back. And now I'm going. And then he died. This is a true story. This is true. If you deceive someone, if you take money from someone, this is not this is not hidden from God's eyes, because God sees everything. So if the father, for example, the father, he gains a lot of money in his whole life, and after his death, the sons, they start to fight because of this money, and even they kill themselves because of the money. The sons, the father died, and then the sons also die. We see this happening in the newspaper. We see these tragic stories happening always. So everybody dies, and then the money and the house, they're left there. So we have these debts, these 6 types of debts. And you have to pay these debts. And how will you deliver from these debts? You have to change the name of Govinda. And if you do this, you will deliver from all these debts. Therefore, you have to change the names of Lord. You have to You have to follow God's rules. If He gives you something, you have to accept it.
मुझे करना पड़ेगा
ये करके फिर हम चलते हैं, ये कर लेंगे बाकी।
हेलो सीताराम 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 कहिए सीताराम ओ जाहे विधि राखे राम जाहे विधि रहिए जाहे विधि राखे राम जाहे विधि रहिए सीताराम सीताराम माता जी के बारे में, माता जी के लिए भोग है और पिक करते हैं, ठीक है।